Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Nisa Ratna Sari, and today I'm going to share something fun and surprising: strange laws in Australia. When we think about laws, we usually imagine serious rules like don't steal or don't speed. But did you know that in Australia there are laws about how many potatoes you can carry or who is allowed to change a light bulb? Yes, it sounds like a joke, but these laws really exist. So let's explore some of them together and see what they tell us about Australian life and history. So let's get started with the interesting laws. For the first is too many potatoes illegal. In Western Australia, it is illegal to have more than 15 kilograms of potatoes at one time, unless you're from the Potato Marketing Corporation. This law came from a time when the potato industry was tightly controlled. Farmers couldn't sell potatoes freely; they had to go through one government group. If you were caught with too many potatoes, you could be fined. And for me, I find this really funny. Imagine being stopped by police and they say, "Excuse me, are you carrying illegal potatoes?" It shows how even food can be part of government control, right? So for the next is you can't change your own light bulb. In Victoria, there used uh, there used to be there used to be a law that said only a licensed electrician electrician could change a light bulb. Yes, just changing a broken light bulb in your house could break the law. Likely, this law was later changed, but for a while, people were afraid they might get fined for doing something so simple. My opinion, this law probably started from safety reasons, but it went too far. It makes me appreciate how some simple tasks can become illegal if we're not careful. For the next is don't dress as a Batman in public. It's so funny, right? In some parts of Australia, it is illegal to dress as a Batman or Robin in public, especially if you are wearing a mask and acting suspicious. 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 This law is about public safety, not superheroes. Police don't want people hiding their identity in public place. But imagine a child's birthday party or a custom event, and someone calls the police because of Batman. I think this law sounds silly, but I understand the reason. Still, I think Batman would be sad to know he's illegal in some places. Okay, for the next is more than one bathtub. You need plumber license. In South Australia, there was a time when owning more than one bathtub required a plumber's license. So why? No one is 100% sure. Some say it was about water use. Others say it was about building safety. It sounds like a strange rule from the past that somehow stayed in the system. If I ever become rich, I might want bathtubs, but I guess I need to be careful in Australia. For the next is walk on the left side of the footpath. In busy cities like Sydney or Melbourne, there are rules about which side of the footpath you should walk on. You're supposed to walk on the left, just like how cars drive on the left, while not strictly enforced by police. People may get angry if you walk the the wrong way. It's not illegal everywhere, but it's a social rule that feels like a law. This shows how law and culture mix, and sometimes rules aren't written in law books, but people follow them anyway. So, why do these laws exist? Many of these straying laws started for a good reason like safety, control, or order, but over time society changed and the laws stayed the same. Some were removed, but others are still written in the law today. Fun fact, almost every country has straying old laws. In England, it's illegal to carry a fishy smelling salmon suspiciously. In the US, you can't whistle underwater in some places. In my opinion, these laws remind us that rule comes from human choices. They can be funny, weird, outdated, or outdated, but they reflect the time they were made. So, what do we learn from these string laws? I think shows they show us how culture, history, and government are connected. That even serious system like law can be funny, and that we should always question why a rule exists. To me, uh, these strength these strength laws make Australia even more interesting. Not just the kangaroos and beaches, but the funny little rules behind daily life. Okay, for the last is conclusion. To conclude, Australia is Australia is full of beautiful nature, unique culture, and also some of the weirdest laws I've ever heard. From potatoes to Batman, this rule show how society works and sometimes how it needs to update itself. I hope you had fun learning with me today. Next time you go to Australia, and remember, don't carry too many potatoes. Don't change your light bulb, and maybe leave the Batman costume at home. So guys, I think that's all from me. Thank you for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.